Inside the check gate and Mercury were living and technical areas.
That there was a point in the early 60s when Mercury, Nevada was the third largest city in the state of Nevada.
Nuclear weapons expert Troy Wade remembers the heyday of the test site when thousands of scientists, technicians, miners, and construction workers bustled throughout the sprawling one-of-a-kind facility, building things, then blowing them to bits in the name of national security. For a time, 1 in every 9 jobs in Las Vegas was tied to the site. Treaties ended atomic testing, and the site has been searching for a new role ever since. The place has unmatched advantages. It's huge, it's secure, and it's a long way from anything else.
At the test site, we measure encroachment by the distance to the nearest McDonald's.
Which is?
37 miles. And nobody else can do that.
Which means it's the perfect place to test dangerous stuff. So long as nuclear weapons exist, the site will still have a role to make sure our bombs still work and to make sure we know how to detect the bombs of others. It's also become a hotbed of anti-terrorism training, teaching agents how to detect components of a dirty bomb, for example, or how to track down a bioweapons lab. An ambitious proposal to create the country's first commercial spaceport died because the technology wasn't up to the job at the time, and the state of New Mexico took the idea and ran with it. The test site is honeycombed with tunnels and underground facilities, places that might be perfect for ultra-secure data storage, already being explored by the people at Switch, the data center giant. Of all the ideas proposed for the site, though, this might be the biggest game changer of them all, a national pandemic center.
It's a big reach, but the guy that's behind it has made big steps and big reaches before.
The idea was pitched by businessman Robert Bigelow at a brainstorming session last year. Bigelow is known for creating his own space program from scratch and already has 2 of his satellites in orbit. He declined to speak about it on camera, but his staff has produced a book on the plan. They estimate the idea could produce nearly 22,000 permanent jobs, not counting the huge construction force needed to build the center. So what is it? An underground Noah's Ark to be built inside a mountain at the test site, a permanent home for 5,000 people, a place where society would survive if all hell broke loose outside.
By having research laboratories underground that could survive a pandemic attack and then be recovered after that attack was over. That would be enormous if we were to do something like that. It would take years to construct it and lots of construction jobs and then a huge economic impact if you actually had researchers in there working all the time.
But unlike Raven Rock or Cheyenne Mountain, built to protect government and military leaders in case of Armageddon, the Pandemic Center would include a mix of regular folks, people whose skills would be vital in rebuilding society: welders, electricians, teachers. Bigelow's team has drawn specific ideas how the complex would be engineered: living quarters, working quarters, its own water and food supplies, enough to last a long time. There's a plan for how people would be selected, how it would be used full-time so there are always 5,000 people working inside. The impetus for the center is the strong possibility that a bio attack is inevitable. Studies show how quickly a virus could spread, like a nightmare from a Hollywood movie. But the threat is real. The Pandemic Center could not only save Nevada's economy, but save humanity itself if the worst ever happened.